our starting lineups. First, for the visiting Lady Tigers, a 5'6" junior, number 2, Abby Gilman. And for your Lady Bulldogs, a senior guard, number 1, Addison Morse. Next up, for Fort Scott, a 5'5" senior, number 10, Allie Brown. And for Independence, a sophomore guard, number 4, Mia Cope. Next up for Fort Scott, a 5'9" junior, number 20, Claire McElroy.
Hi, everyone, and a pleasant good evening to you wherever you may be. I am Tony Abatey here in Independence as we are getting set for tonight's contest between the Independence Lady Bulldogs and the Fort Scott Lady Tigers. Final regular season game of the year for both of these teams as Sub-State starts next Wednesday. Sub-State semifinals next Wednesday for the girls, Sub-State finals next Saturday for the girls. And, of course, as always, we hope the Lady Tigers are at home for both of those games, but also a part of both of those games next week. And it starts with some good opportunities here tonight against the Independence Lady Bulldogs. Fort Scott will give you your starting lineup. So Lady Tigers, of course, come in at 16-3 overall, 10-1 in the SCK League. They have a share of the league championship. A win tonight would clinch an outright SCK League championship. So we'll see if the Lady Tigers can get that done. Of course, head coach Pashawn Steps, assistants Gary Floyd and Dylan Duffy. They'll go with 5'6" junior Abby Gorman, 5'5" senior Allie Brown, 5'9" junior Claire McElroy, 6' senior Kylie Comstock, and 5'9" junior JC Rogers. The Independence Lady Bulldogs come in at 6-13 overall. They're 3-8 in the SCK League standings this year. Their head coach is Bryson Bird, and they will go with senior Addison Morse on senior night. They also have sophomore Mia Cope, junior Brooklyn Maddox, sophomore Sarah Veely, and junior Caitlin Spencer. Lady Tigers will be in their road red uniforms with the white letters, white numbers, white and black trim. The Lady Bulldogs will be in their home white uniforms with the black numbers, orange letters, black and orange trim. And we are just about ready to get this one underway here tonight. Sitting atop the gym and right next to the Independence Band, and always excited to get to listen to the Independence Pep Band. They're one of the better ones around. And we're underway as the Fort Scott Lady Tigers get the opening tip. They'll go right to left across your screen here in the opening half of this one. Thanks again for joining us here on Duckbait TV tonight. Pass goes to Comstock. Drive in. Shot there is knocked out of bounds. So stay with the Lady Tigers here. Just underway. 7:38 to play in this opening quarter tonight. Inbounds play comes to Rogers, and shot off the glass is in for JC. The Lady Tigers take the early 2-0 lead. Pass comes out to Veely. Now into the corner, they get it to Morse, the only senior on the roster for the Lady Bulldogs this year. Pass deflected out of bounds by Gorman, so it'll stay with Independence. Fort Scott, we know for sure, will be at home next Wednesday. Sub-State semifinals. There is a high possibility, high likelihood that the Lady Tigers will host Independence next Wednesday night at the Tiger Dome. We'll go through that as we go through the evening tonight. Three-pointer on the way is good from McElroy. So Claire McElroy puts the Fort Scott Lady Tigers up 5-0 here. A win guarantees the Lady Tigers the 3 seed in the 4A East Sub-State. And ball lost, knocked around, and picked back up by Independence. Shot inside. That one doesn't go. Rebound taken by the Lady Tigers. Ahead to Gorman. She'll drive all the way in. Shot there, and they'll get a charge. Good defense there by Mia Cope to step in front of Gorman. And that's the first foul of the night on the Lady Tigers. Maddox brings it up the floor. Shot there by Cope off the wing, doesn't go. Rebound taken by the Lady Tigers. Ahead it comes to Brown. Down low to Rogers. Now back out to McElroy, and she buries another one. So Claire McElroy, who averages right around 4.5 points a game, already has 6 on the night, as the Lady Tigers increased that lead to 8-0. Remember, when these two teams met at the Tiger Dome earlier this year, Fort Scott had an 18-0 lead with about 2 minutes left in the second quarter. It took Independence a while to get their footing in that game. Now pass deflected out of bounds by Fort Scott, so it'll stay with the Bulldogs. 5:44 to play in the first quarter. Maddox to inbound. They get it to Veely. Now back to Maddox. She'll drive the baseline. Shot there. Goes in for Brooklyn Maddox. They don't have to wait nearly as long tonight as they did the last time to get their first points of the game. They cut the lead to 6, 8-2. Over to Brown. They try to get it into Comstock. Now back out. It comes to Rogers. Back to Brown. We got a whistle. And it looks like a foul going to be called on the Lady Bulldogs this time. So Addison Morris picks up her first foul. The first Independence foul of the evening. And it inbounds from the sideline for the Lady Tigers. They get it to Gorman. Over to McElroy, and a turnover there. So Independence will bring it back down the floor. Stop there, lost it for a moment. Now ball loose, shot is going to go for Caitlin Spencer, who was the leading scorer when these two teams met in Fort Scott earlier this season. Foul's going to go on Kylie Comstock, her first. Spencer was the leading scorer for Independence with 9 points, had 5 rebounds, and was 5 for 8 from the free throw line when these two teams met in the Fort about a month ago. Shot there, doesn't go, but a foul. Looks like Claire McElroy is going to go to the line for the Tigers. 4:44 left to go in the first quarter. And that's the second foul on Morris here in this first half. So it looks like they will get a sub after the first free throw here. And it is Morgan McLennan who will check in. She is a freshman. First one missed for Claire, but the second one is good. And that Lady Tiger lead goes back out to 4 with 4:35 to play. Ball goes to the left wing. Drives in. Shot there by Maddox. That one doesn't go. And now ball knocked into the corner. Picked out of there by Independence. Bulldogs will reset against this 2-3 Tiger zone. Back out it comes to McLennan. Now inside. Shot there off the glass. That one doesn't go. And the rebound gets batted towards the sideline. And Independence is going to save it off of Kylie Comstock and out of bounds. Fort Scott will get a couple of subs here as Rayleigh Cowan, a 5'6 junior, checks in. They also get Aubrey Yorick, a 5'8 junior, onto the floor tonight. Looks like Rogers and McElroy are the ones checking out. Ball shot inside, finally taken out of there by Comstock for the Lady Tigers. Again, Kylie averaging right around 9.5 rebounds per game for the Lady Tigers. Cowan with the ball out front. Now it's knocked away and stolen by the Bulldogs. Ahead it goes to Veely. Layup there from the right side is good for Sarah Veely. And that lead has been cut back to 2. 3:33 left to go here in the first quarter, and the Lady Tigers will take a timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. For the moment. And we'll show you what the Lady Tigers have going for them here tonight. Fort Scott can wrap up. They've already wrapped up a share of the SCK championship. They can wrap it up outright with a win here tonight over Independence, as they are a game ahead of Labette County with a game left to go. I believe the Lady Grizzlies and Lady Grizzlies are playing Coffeyville tonight. So that should be a pretty good battle there on the girls' side of things, too, for those two teams. Coffeyville and Labette County. Coffeyville, kind of the surprise team in the league this year, but they have done a phenomenal job. They can finish tied for second with a win over Labette County tonight. I don't know that a lot of people thought that they were going to be able to do that at the start of the year, but their coach, new coach for them this season, has done a phenomenal job. I cannot think of his name right now off the top of my head, but he has done a great job with those Coffeyville Lady NATO basketball players. Fort Scott with the ball up the floor, and the double dribble is going to be called, so Fort Scott will give it back here. Still leading by just 2. And now Independence is going to take a timeout. Indy takes a full timeout. We'll take it with him. We'll be right back. This is Fort Scott Tiger basketball on Duckbait TV. Liberty Savings has been in Fort Scott since 1919, helping community members with their banking needs for over 100 years. Mark, Dave, Jolene, Manda, and Tyler are ready to greet you with a smile and help with whatever you may need. Visit them at 24 South Judson or call 620-223-0300. So out of the timeout with just under 3 minutes to play in the first quarter, Independence gets the ball back, has a chance to tie it on this possession as they trail by just 2. 15-footer from the wing. That one doesn't go. Rebound batted towards the baseline. It's going to go out of bounds off of Independence. So Fort Scott will get it back with 2:41 to play in the opening frame here tonight. Now a little bit of full court pressure coming from Independence. McElroy back on the floor. She will bring it up the floor. McElroy back out there with Rogers, Yarrick, Cowan, and Abby Gorman. Ball into the corner to Gorman. She'll drive the baseline. Shot there, doesn't go, a little bit short. Rebound taken by Independence. If Fort Scott wins this game and if Lewisburg loses their game to Paola tonight, it is definitely going to be Fort Scott and Independence at the Tiger Dome on Wednesday in the sub-state semifinals. You could also say first round if you wanted to, but there's only 2 rounds of sub-state in 4A now. Pass goes right side. Had the exact same situation, or incredibly similar situation in football this year. You might remember the Tigers went down to Coffeyville in week 8 and then came back and hosted Coffeyville in week 9 to open the playoffs. Back-to-back weeks. 3-pointer here from McElroy, and that one goes in. Claire McElroy now with 9, and the Fort Scott Lady Tigers get another 3-pointer as they lead it 12-7 now. Shot blocked out of bounds. Mentioned Fort Scott open. With an 18-0 advantage against Independence the first time around. But then Independence actually closed the first half on a 7-5 run and kind of held with the Lady Tigers throughout the rest of the game. The final score was 38-23. 3-pointer from Brown, who's back in, and she makes it. Fort Scott trying to 3-point their way into that 3 seed. They have the 3 seed currently, but some tiebreakers could come into play if they don't win the game tonight here against Independence. Pass goes down low, and a shot there doesn't go. Putback try is no good, but more free throws coming for Caitlin Spencer. That'll be the first foul on Claire McElroy tonight, the third one in the quarter with 28.3 seconds left in this third quarter. First free throw for Spencer is good. Second free throw is good as well. And Independence staying with the Lady Tigers at the moment here, trailing just 15-9. Brown gets it across the timeline for Fort Scott. Now works it back to Rayleigh Cowan. Over to McElroy on the right side. Now it goes inside. Back to Rayleigh. Nice move by Cowan, and the layup is good. So Rayleigh Cowan gets the bucket there. Now a three-pointer here is a little bit short, and that'll close out the first quarter with your score. Fort Scott 17 and Independence 9. Take a short break and come right back. This is Fort Scott Lady Tiger basketball on Duckbait TV. Edward Jones has been advising customers in the world of finance for over 100 years. Financial advisor Jamie Armstrong continues that tradition in Fort Scott. Contact her by phone at 620-223-1866 or email Jamie at jamie.armstrong@edwardjones.com. So as we start the second quarter here, Fort Scott will have Allison Wheeler, who's checked in. She's a 5'6" sophomore. And then Lorelei Clark, a 5'9" freshman, also on the floor for the Lady Tigers to start this second quarter. They're out there with Rayleigh Cowan, Kylie Comstock, and Aubrey Yarrick. Now we have a whistle, and it looks like a turnover on Independence. It looks like the Lady Bulldogs are starting the second quarter with the same five that started the first quarter. Addison Morris, Mia Cope, Brooklyn Maddox, Sarah Veely, and Caitlin Spencer. Actually, Morgan McLennan is out there. And she is out there instead of Morris. Morris, again, had 2 fouls in that first quarter, so she remains on the bench for the moment. Again, Fort Scott with an 8-point lead here, just underway in the second quarter. Ball deflected, stolen away by the Lady Tigers. Rayleigh Cowan will bring it ball up the floor and lost the handle of it. McLennan brings it down the floor for Independence. Layup there by McLennan, that one no good. Rebound taken by Fort Scott as Yarnick comes away with it. And the Lady Tigers will bring it across the timeline with Wheeler. Wheeler hands it off to Cowan. Now back it comes to Clark. Back to Wheeler. Now back over to Clark. Cowan with it. Now Comstock, 8 seconds left. 7-6 on the shot clock. Ball passed to the top of the key, and it's stolen away by Independence. A layup no good, but a foul on Fort Scott. So a couple of free throws coming here. Lorelei Clark will pick up her first foul, the first one on the Lady Tigers here in the quarter. And Veely at the line for two. And the first one is good for Sarah Veely. If you're joining us for the first time during basketball season this year, first of all, we thank you for joining us, but also, I haven't talked about it for a few weeks, but that shot clock, an experimental rule, is the second free throw there for Veely doesn't go. So each school throughout the state could opt in or opt out based on what they chose to do. All of the schools in the SCK chose to opt in. So we've got the shot clock this year. We will not have it for postseason. So we'll do away with the shot clock for next week's sub-state tournament. As we got a foul here on Independence. That one's going to go on Brooklyn Maddox, her first. So just a little remembrance, even if it's Fort Scott and Independence playing at the Tiger Dome, which is a very real possibility that that will be the case on Wednesday night, still no shot clock, as that will go away for the postseason. Reminds me a little bit of that three-point experiment that the ACC did when the NC State Wolfpack won the national championship back in the early 80s. And a three-point line for just the ACC season that year. Not for the NCAA tournament. And we got a charge on Fort Scott, a moving screen, I believe, on Allison Wheeler. Just under 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Veely brings it up the floor. Now over to McLennan as they work around this Fort Scott zone defense. Ball inside and stolen away by Fort Scott. Comstock drives in, doesn't make it. Rebound, batted around and taken out of there by Independent. Ooh, that'll be a travel, I think. One too many steps there for Brooklyn Maddox as she was trying to hit a teammate. I think she was trying to get that ball to Veely up the floor. J.C. Rogers checks in at the stoppage here for the Fort Scott Lady Tigers as Kylie Comstock will check out. Three-pointer from Clark. That one off the back rim, no good. Nice rebound by Cowan, and she'll put one up that, oh my goodness, rolled around. It looked like it was going to go down and then pop right back out. Jump ball, possession arrow favors Fort Scott. So Wheeler will toss it in for the Lady Tigers. Just under 5 minutes to play in the half. Get it out to Cowan. 23 seconds left on that 35-second shot clock. Again, tonight will be the final night. We'll have that for this year. Acacia will review all of their information they've gathered throughout the season. Three-pointer on the way. That one doesn't go. Rebound on the baseline. Shot there doesn't go either. And now Independence comes out of there with it. Pass across, deflected by Rogers. Chased down by Veely, though, and she'll get the layup. That'll cut the Fort Scott lead back to 5. Coming up on 4 minutes to play. Now the ball's knocked out of bounds. Fort Scott will get Claire McElroy back in the game as Yarrick will come out for a little bit. Would not be surprised if Fort Scott, as you see, Gorman, Brown, and Comstock all on the bench right now getting some rest. Would not be surprised if we see a few different lineups and maybe some more subs than usual in this game tonight for Fort Scott, as they're pretty well locked into their spot in the sub-state tournament. There's a three-pointer good by Lorelei Clark. So that'll get that lead back out to 8. Again, if Fort Scott wins their game tonight, they will definitely be the 3 seed in sub-state. If they do not win tonight, there is a chance, and it will take some tiebreakers to not fall Fort Scott's way and things like that. There is a possibility that Fort Scott could fall all the way to 6th if they don't get the win here tonight. But they're looking to get the win and also get some rest for these top-line players as they go into that sub-state tournament next Wednesday night at the Tiger Dome. Substitution here is, I believe it was Rayleigh Cowan that checked back in for Wheeler. So Gorman, rather. Gorman came back in. So Gorman out there with Clark. And a steal by Rogers. Also McElroy and Cowan out there. We got a whistle and a foul. And was Rayleigh enough in the act of shooting to get some free throws here? We'll see if they say the shooting foul or on the floor. They are going to say on the floor. Foul on Veely, her first. That's the second one on Independence here tonight. And now back into the game is Addison Morse. Again with 2 fouls. She got 2 fouls fairly early in the first quarter. Ball deflected. Stolen away by Veely. Now Fort Scott, McElroy able to get back and knock it out of Veely's hands. Gorman comes down the floor, 1-on-2, and she'll pull it back out and reset the offense here. Clark has it, now back to Gorman on the right wing. Over to Rayleigh, long 2 on the way. Oh man, again for Rayleigh Cowan, that ball looked like it was halfway down and then popped back out, and now the ball knocked out of bounds by the Lady Tigers. So we'll stay with Independence, 2:43 to play in the first half. Fort Scott again leading this one by 8. 3-pointer on the way. That one doesn't go. Rebound taken by Clark under the basket for the Lady Tigers. Pass comes to Clark. Now back to Gorman. 3-pointer. Swish! Now they'll push that Tiger lead out to double digits. Ball loose on the floor, but picked back up by Independence as we dip under 2 minutes to play in the first half. Ball comes to Brooklyn Maddox on the right side wing. She'll look inside to Morse. Stop there, passes it off, and the shot is good from Caitlin Spencer. If my scorebook is correct, that's her first field goal of the night. She's got 3 free throws, 3 for 3 from the free throw line. And again, she was the leading scorer for Independence the first time these two teams met with 9 points. She also had 5 rebounds in that game for the Bulldogs. So Fort Scott's done a pretty good job so far defensively on Spencer. Now Veely tries to drive in from the wing. Gets stopped, and a 3-pointer goes for Brooklyn Maddox. And it looks like another Tiger timeout here.
Timeout called by Fort Scott.
And it'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here and try to show you the 4A East sub-state standings as they sit coming into tonight. So again, the Lady Tigers, with a win here tonight, would wrap up the 3 seed, which means they would host next Wednesday in the semifinals, and then also if they win in the semifinals next Wednesday, they would host on Saturday in the championship. We'll show you the other side and show you where Independence is. And again, very, very good likelihood that the Lady Tigers would host Independence. Depends on how things finish between Lewisburg and Paola tonight as well. There's a steal by Independence. Ahead they go. They get the ball. Annabelle Compton, a freshman, is on the floor now for the Lady Bulldogs. Ball knocked out of bounds there. Ball goes into the corner. Now back into the hand. Shot there doesn't go by Maddox. And they lost it out of bounds. So it'll go back over to the Lady Tigers with 23.4 seconds to play in the first half here. Fort Scott missed Kinsley Clements coming into the game. Kinsley, a 5'11 sophomore out there. Just inbounded the ball for Fort Scott. Lorelei Clark also out there. Claire McElroy loses the basketball there, but now a foul inside. Allison Wheeler also back out there for the Tigers. And Wheeler picks up the foul there. It's her second. And Maddox will head to the free throw line where she was 0 for 4 the first time around against the Lady Tigers. Misses that one there. 9.3 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Second free throw, that one doesn't go either. Batted out to Veely for Independence. 7, 6, 5. You got to put something up, and they're not going to get it up in time. So that'll take us to the end of the first half with your score. Fort Scott 23 and Independence 17. We'll take a quick break and come back. This is Fort Scott Lady Tiger basketball on Duckbait TV. If you need residential interior or exterior painting done or your cabinets refinished, contact the folks at Aura at Labora Painting Company, LLC. Fort Scott native Josh Regan is ready to help with your project, so give them a call at 620-288-6617.
Ready to turn your nails into a work of art? Hi, I'm Delena Beatty, nail tech and artist. I specialize in custom nail art as unique as you are. From vibrant designs to delicate details, I will do my best to bring your vision to life and make sure every set of nails tells your personal story. Get the perfect combination of style, quality, and fun with Nails by Delena at Spoiled Brat Salon in Fort Scott, Kansas.
Patty West and Crystal Cowan are a mother-daughter duo selling personal and commercial insurance. If you need auto, home, boat, motorcycle, ATV, business, or commercial insurance, they've got you covered. Visit them at 3 East Wall Street in downtown Fort Scott or call 620-223-0700. Liberty Savings has been in Fort Scott since 1919, helping community members with their banking needs for over 100 years. Mark, Dave, Jolene, Manda, and Tyler are ready to greet you with a smile and help with whatever you may need. Visit them at 24 South Judson or call 620-223-0300. Edward Jones has been advising customers in the world of finance for over 100 years. Financial advisor Jamie Armstrong continues that tradition in Fort Scott. Contact her by phone at 620-223-1866 or email Jamie at jamie.armstrong@edwardjones.com. If you're interested in helping us out at Duckbait Media, bringing more Tiger and Greyhound athletic events, become a sponsor today. Contact us at tonyabady@gmail.com, duckbaitmedia@gmail.com, or find us on Facebook at facebook.com/duckbaitmedia. We're here to bring you the best of the Tigers and Hounds on youtube.com/duckbaittv. morning, everyone. Welcome back into Independence High School as we are just about ready, or we are here at halftime. And Fort Scott Tigers, Lady Tigers lead this one 23-17 over the Independence Lady Bulldogs. Let's run through your leading scorers. First for the Lady Tigers, Claire McElroy has 10 tonight for Fort Scott, which matches her season high. So already, just in one half, a season high, or at least tying the season high there for Claire McElroy tonight. Also, Abby Gorman has 3 points. Allie Brown has 3 points so far. Lorelei Clark has 3. Rayleigh Cowan has 2, and J.C. Rogers has 2. For Independence tonight, Sarah Veely has 7 to lead them. Also, Brooklyn Maddox has 5, and Caitlin Spencer has 5 for the Independence Lady Bulldogs. And that's where we sit here at halftime. So let's see if since I have a little bit of time here to kind of explain some things, I'm sure most everybody watching understands where everything is at for the Lady Tigers here. But there's your SEK League standings. Now, Fort Scott, if Independence can come back and get the win tonight and Labette County beats Coffeyville this evening, they would end up in a share for the SEK League Championship. Even though Fort Scott defeated Labette County twice, they would have, of course, the same record. Now, if Fort Scott can hold on, they would win the league championship outright by themselves tonight. And like I said, they could do that with a win. So we'll see if Fort Scott can pull that off, but not a whole lot else going on there with the SEK League standings. So let's take a look at the 4A East standings once again. You see Hayden and Eudora, they're already done. They finished their seasons last night, I believe. So they're just sitting there waiting to see who they end up getting to play next Wednesday night. So Fort Scott can't reach the 2 seed. If they win here tonight, again, they will retain the 3 seed and move on to next week. If they don't end up getting the win tonight, they could, but because of tiebreakers, we'll have to see how everything would shake out, but they could fall down all the way to 6th, which the significance of that would mean they would most likely have to go on the road for a sub-state championship game next Saturday, whereas if they can finish in the 3 spot, they would host a sub-state championship on Saturday. So, of course, we're hoping for that for the Tigers for sure. But again, Fort Scott and Labette County there, because the top 4 would then host on Saturday, provided they're playing there. Now, let's say, for instance, one of those top 4 teams gets beat on Wednesday night, then of course they wouldn't host on Saturday because they wouldn't be playing in it. The highest seed in the game hosts the game, just like the NFL playoffs. But anyway, that's where we're at as far as this side. So that's the top 8 side. It looks like pretty much everybody's there is pretty much locked into their to at least a host on Wednesday night, except for Coffeyville. Let me see if I can bring that up really quick and show you where Coffeyville's at for those that might be interested in that, as the Coffeyville Lady NATO are tied with Baldwin on their record. So they're tied there. So again, Coffeyville would like to win their game tonight and secure a top 8 seed for themselves to have a host or have a home game next Wednesday in the first round of sub-state. But then you look through the rest of there, and again, Independence looks like they're going to be the 14 seed. Now, if they lose here tonight and Lewisburg beats Paola, Lewisburg is playing Paola tonight, so there's a good chance that Lewisburg and Independence will have the same record. But then they didn't play each other during the regular season, of course, not in the same league and all that. So they would go to the second tiebreaker, which is point differential, and that's an average per game throughout the season with a maximum of 15. There's a lot of words there, but basically, I'm not sure with the way, because it's an average and it's not a total, I don't know that Lewisburg, even if they win by 15 points or more tonight and Fort Scott ends up beating it, if Fort Scott were to end up beating Independence by 15 or more points here tonight, so Independence would have a 15-point loss and Lewisburg a 15-point win. I'm not even sure that would help Lewisburg pass Independence in the seeding if they had the same record. So the 3 seed hosts the 14 seed next week, and so that's where it looks like Fort Scott will be hosting Independence on Wednesday night. Now, again, like I said, there's still a few things left to be determined with games tonight. So we'll see if how that shakes out. And again, those brackets should be available, I believe, tomorrow on the Acacia website. So I think they'll have those up tomorrow morning at some point. But again, those are still yet to be determined. It's pretty much a dark pencil at this point, if you want to put it that way. Not quite pin, but definitely looking to there. And then, of course, Chanute, with a couple of wins this week, they have eliminated Parsons and Paola from contention. So even going into games tonight, we know the 16 teams that will be in sub-state in the girls 4A, Parsons and Paola will not be in sub-state, as again, just the top 16 make it in 4A, 5A, and 6A now with the way they've restructured things. So looking forward to this next couple of weeks. Is again, sub-state is next week. The girls play on Wednesday, and if they win, they would play Saturday. If the boys make a sub-state, they would play Tuesday, and if they could win, they would play Friday. So the boys, again, Tuesday, Friday next week, the girls Wednesday, Saturday. They usually rotate that on a yearly basis. I believe it was opposite last year. The girls played first last season. So the boys go first this year, and we're hoping for another state tournament run for the Lady Tigers. It would, of course, be their second in a row. Both teams, of course, made state last year for the Tigers. It'll be a tough road for the Tiger boys if they can get into a sub-state. There's still a chance that that might happen, as they are in the 17th spot out of 18 on the boys' side. We'll talk more about that when their game comes around a little later here this evening. We're underway here in the second half, as Independence starts with possession. Now we got a whistle. And that'll be the second foul on Kylie Comstock. And Spencer goes back to the free throw line, where she is perfect so far tonight. Makes the first one there. The foul on Kylie is her second tonight. And both free throws good there for Caitlin Spencer. 5 for 5 at the line here tonight for Spencer so far. Fort Scott starting the second half with the starters of the ball game is Kylie Comstock out there. Misses the shot there, but it's Allie Brown, Abby Gorman, Kylie Comstock, J.C. Rogers, and Claire McElroy. And there's a shot that doesn't go for Independence. And Fort Scott comes back with the rebound and heads back the other direction. On the left side wing, now comes back around to the right side. Into the corner to Gorman. She'll drive the baseline. Little up and under move, doesn't go. Rebound comes down to the Bulldogs. We'll go all the way to the baseline with Brooklyn Maddox. Back out to Veely, ball deflected and goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Independence though. 6:39 to play here in the third quarter. Rayleigh Cowan checks in as Allie Brown goes out. Ball comes out to Mia Cope for a three-pointer. That one off the back rim, no good. Rebound chased down by Veely for Independence. Now back around, it goes to the right side. Shot there from the wing, doesn't go. Rebound McElroy. And then a quick foul called on Independence.
Second personal foul called on
Is the second foul on Veely here tonight. First one on the Bulldogs here in the second half. Three-pointer on the way. That one no good. Put back by Gorman. No good. Just in and out. Rebound Independence. Shot doesn't go, but a foul. And that'll be on J.C. Rogers. Her first. And that sends Caitlin Spencer back to the free throw line where she's been very good so far tonight. Makes another one. That'll cut the Tiger lead back to one possession here. Second free throw is good as well. 7 for 7 so far at the free throw line for Caitlin Spencer. And Allie Brown will check back in for the Lady Tigers with 5:37 to play in the third quarter. So Brown, Rogers, McElroy, Comstock, and Cowan, the five on the floor in red right now for the Lady Tigers. Ball goes to Comstock in the left wing. Now back to McElroy. Around to Brown on the right wing. Back to Cowan. Inside, now back outside. Long two is in and out, no good. Rebound taken by Independence. And Brooklyn Maddox will bring it down and kick it into the corner. Out to Veely. Now ball deflected. Kylie Comstock able to steal it away. She'll bring it down. She'll shoot from three. Missed it a little short and right. And rebound taken by Independence as Veely comes away with it. A nice ball to Spencer. She missed the shot, but she'll get a couple more free throws. And we'll see. I think they're going to call this on Kylie Comstock, and it is her third. Kylie doesn't have any points just yet. That is the third team foul on Fort Scott as well here in the quarter. First free throw is good for Spencer. And she can tie it with this free throw. And does. And now the Lady Tigers are taking a timeout. Full timeout taken by the Lady Tigers. That'll leave them with 2 left for the game here. And now a tie game. As Independence has started with a 6-0 run in this third quarter. Fort Scott basketball. Just under 4.5 to play here in the third quarter. Lady Tigers have looked a little bit sluggish here in the second half tonight so far. See if they can get things pushed in the right direction. Ball deflected inside. Another Independent steal, and here come the Bulldogs. Three-pointer on the way from Veely. That one doesn't go. Rebound chased down by Yarick. Three-pointer from McElroy. Swish! And that is a season high now for Claire McElroy. Three-pointer at the other end. That one doesn't go for Independence. And it'll go out of bounds back over to the Lady Tigers with 3:18 to go. Abby Gorman will check in now for Claire McElroy. So Gorman, Cowan, Rogers, Brown, and Yorick. 5 on the floor in red right now for the Lady Tigers. Ball deflected, stolen away. Can they keep a hold of it? Mia Cope trying to handle the ball along the far sideline. Does wrap it up there. Now to Morse down low. Back around it comes to Veely at the top of the key. Inside and a backdoor cut for Spencer. That one is going to result in a Lady Tiger foul, and they will give her 2 shots here. Aubrey Yarick will pick up her first foul of the game, and Spencer back at the free throw line. First free throw, nothing but net there. Second free throw in and out, no good. Her first miss of the evening from the free throw line. Now Fort Scott with an opportunity to increase that lead again. We got a whistle, and looks like a foul on Independence this time. And we'll send J.C. Rogers to the free throw line. That is the third foul on Addison Morse tonight. Just the second one on Independence here in the half, and the first free throw is good. Second free throw in and out. Rebound taken by Independence. Three-pointer on the way. In and out. No good. Rebound taken by the Lady Tigers. Gorman brings it up the floor. Being hounded there by Veely. Now finally passes it away. As Brown will reset the offense. Now Cowan at the top. It's like a man-to-man defense for Independence. They were in a zone a little bit ago, but man-to-man now. Now three-pointer doesn't go. Rebound chased down by Independence. .145 to go here in the third quarter. Ball goes left side to Cope. Now back out to Maddox. Three-pointer from Veely. A little short. Rebound. Finally pulled out of there by Fort Scott. We got a whistle. And who are they going to call the foul on here? And that'll be the fourth foul on Addison Morris here tonight. So the senior not getting a lot of floor time here because of foul trouble tonight. The only senior on the Independence Lady Bulldogs roster. She got 2 fouls in the first half fairly quickly, set for most of that first half because of those. Now out again with 4 fouls as Morgan McLennan will check back in. Brown has the ball out front. Now Cowan picks up her dribble, finds Alley. 12 on the shot clock. Runner there for Brown, doesn't go. Rebound picked out of there by Independence. Bulldogs bring it across the timeline. Maddox does the honors there. .15 to shoot, 45 on the game clock. Three-pointer is good there from Brooklyn Maddox, and that'll tie the game again. 27 all. Closing in on the end of the third quarter here. again, a Fort Scott loss could push them all the way down to the 6th seed in the sub-state tournament next week. Now, a lot of things would have to happen for that to happen to the Lady Tigers, but you don't want to leave that to chance if you can avoid it. There's a shot that doesn't go. 5 seconds left in the quarter. Pass down low. Shot blocked by Rayleigh Cowan. Rebound Fort Scott, and that'll take us to the end of the third quarter with your score tied at 27. We'll take a quick break and come right back. This is Fort Scott Lady Tiger basketball on Duckbait TV.
Ready to turn your nails into a work of art? Hi, I'm Delana Beatty, nail tech and artist. I specialize in custom nail art as unique as you are. From vibrant designs to delicate details, I will do my best to bring your vision to life and make sure every set of nails tells your personal story. Get the perfect combination of style, quality, and fun with Nails by Delin at Spoiled Brat Salon in Fort Scott, Kansas.
So Fort Scott will start the fourth quarter with possession here, and the 5 starters back out there for the Lady Tigers. Abby Gorman, Allie Brown, Claire McElroy, Kylie Comstock, and J.C. Rogers trying to get the Lady Tigers out of this funk here in this game tonight. And a foul there will send Kylie to the free throw line. Foul is on Caitlin Spencer. Of Independence. 1 of 2 good there for Kylie. So she gets on the scoreboard, and the Lady Tigers take the lead again here, 28-27. We got a whistle, and now it looks like a foul on the Tigers. Foul on Allie Brown, her first. Maddox inside, but shot is no good. Three-pointer on the way, that one no good. Rebound loose inside, still on the floor. And now we got a tie ball. Fort Scott, after leading 17-9 at the end of the first quarter, was outscored 8-6 in the second quarter and 10-4 in the third quarter. So they've been outscored 18-10 since the opening quarter of this one tonight. Ball goes down in the corner. Three-pointer in the corner. That one doesn't go. Rebound on the backside by McElroy. And pass goes to the sideline and lost out of bounds. Another Fort Scott turnover, just under 7 minutes to play in this one here tonight. Ball comes up to Veely, shot from the wing, that one too strong. Rebound chased down by Independence and picked out of there by Maddox. Roxy Wilson, a freshman for the Lady Bulldogs, is on the floor right now. There's a shot that doesn't go. Rebound comes out of there for Fort Scott. They get it ahead to Brown. Brown drives into the lane. Floater there, doesn't go. Put back is good, though, by Rogers. Ball lost, picked back up by Fort Scott. Brown able to get it out of there for the Lady Tigers. Fort Scott comes back the other way with 5:48 to play in the quarter. Three-pointer from Gorman. That one just off the back rim, no good. Rebound Maddox. Ahead it comes to Veely. Shot blocked out of bounds, and then unfortunately Claire McElroy caught it on her way out of bounds. But it will stay with, so it'll stay with Independence, but a great job by Claire to get back on defense. Fort Scott gets a couple of subs here. There's a three-pointer from Veely off the inbounds play, and Yarrick will grab the rebound. Wheeler back out there as well. Cowan also on the floor. They join McElroy and Comstock. Trying to get Kylie going a little bit here. She's got 1 point tonight from the free throw line. That's it. Pass goes to the right side. Now back into the hands of McElroy. Around to Wheeler. 10 on the shot clock. Back to Cowan. She'll drive in. Shot there. A little short, but it hit the rim if they can get the rebound. And they'll let it go out of bounds. They say it's last touch by Independence. So Fort Scott will get it back here. Lorelei Clark and Kinley Clemens will check in for the Lady Tigers as McElroy and Comstock will both come out. In this game, not over by any means. 5 minutes, 5:01 left to go. Lady Tigers lead by just 3. Wheeler out front. Over to Clark on the left side. Out to Clements in the corner. Back to Cowan. Now Wheeler. She'll drive into the lane. Now back out to Clark. Lost it for a moment, but Yarrick picks it up. Now back to Clark. She'll try a three-pointer. Swish! Lorelei's got 2 of those now tonight, and the lead goes back out to 6. Three-pointer is good there by Independence. So they get those 3 back. Brooklyn Maddox able to make him, and now a timeout on the floor. Independence taking a full timeout. We'll take it with them back in just a moment. Patty West and Crystal Cowan are a mother-daughter duo selling personal and commercial insurance. If you need auto, home, boat, motorcycle, ATV, business, or commercial insurance, they've got you covered. Visit them at 3 East Wall Street in downtown Fort Scott or call 620-223-0700. Fort Scott will come out of the timeout with Cody Casper on the floor. Cody Casper, a 5'6" sophomore for the Lady Tigers. Now he's a steal, and a layup at the other end is good for Allie Wheeler. So lead back out to 5. Shot there, doesn't go. And Independence comes away with a rebound. Now ball back inside. Shot there, doesn't go. Another shot, no good. Another putback opportunity, and this one finally goes for Spencer. And again, that lead back to just 3 for the Lady Tigers. Ball knocked out of bounds. And another substitution is Riley Lorcher, a 5'4" sophomore, comes in. And another ball knocked into backcourt here. Zeta Summers is checking into the game for the first time this season. Zeta, a 5'6" sophomore for the Lady Tigers. And another basket for Spencer, and the Lady Bulldogs are right there. Cody Casper picks up a foul there. And another Fort Scott timeout. We'll be back in a moment. This is Fort Scott Lady Tiger basketball on Duckbait TV. Liberty Savings has been in Fort Scott since 1919, helping community members with their banking needs for over 100 years. Mark, Dave, Jolene, Manda, and Tyler are ready to greet you with a smile and help with whatever you may need. Visit them at 24 South Judson or call 620-223-0300. So Independence comes out of the timeout. 2:30 to play in this one. Ball goes into the corner to Spencer. Now back to Maddox. Comes around right side to Veely. Now they get it over to Mia Cope. Inside to Spencer. Ball knocked away by Fort Scott as Summers comes away with it. Now down to Casper in the corner. Come back around to Summers. Now back to Wheeler. So go inside to Clements. And a travel call. So Independence is going to get this ball back here with 1:53 to play. Pass goes into the corner. Three-pointer on the way. That one no good. Fort Scott chases it down there. Casper back over to Wheeler on the left side. Back to Casper. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Lorcher with it now. She'll try to get it inside, and it's thrown away. And now we got ball loose on the floor and a tie-up. And possession arrow favors Fort Scott, it looks like. And because the Ball never hit the rim. The shot clock never reset, and we have a shot clock violation on the Lady Tigers. Again, leading by just one. And now Fort Scott will take their final timeout with 1 minute and 4 seconds to play. We'll take a break and be right back. Edward Jones has been advising customers in the world of finance for over 100 years. Financial advisor Jamie Armstrong continues that tradition in Fort Scott. Contact her by phone at 620-223-1866 or email Jamie at jamie.armstrong@edwardjones.com. Fort Scott will come back out. So Independence to inbound the ball here. We'll get it down, and now the Bulldogs lead. And now another tie ball, and this time it'll go back to Independence. This is going to have huge ramifications for the Lady Tigers here. If they can't pull off the win. If Fort Scott loses this game and Labette County beats Coffeyville, which I'll see if I can look and find a score there, then they would at least fall to fourth. They could, because of tiebreakers, fall all the way to sixth. If they're fourth, then they would have to play Bishop Miege in the championship game on Saturday. So this is huge. Fort Scott wants to finish third. They've got to get the win here tonight to make sure that they're third. .33 seconds left, and Independence has the basketball. Yeah, this could be a really bad situation here for the Lady Tigers. Inbounds play comes in to Saravili. And a foul going to be called here. Independence is going to run the clock out here. They lead by one. And this game is going to be over. Fort Scott is going to lose this game, and they have a possibility of falling all the way to sixth in the sub-state standings. That is a tough pill to swallow for the Fort Scott Lady Tigers here as they lose this game tonight, and that could put them on a very tough path to try to get back to the state tournament. We'll take a break and come back. This is Fort Scott Tiger basketball on Duckbait TV. If you need residential interior or exterior painting done or your cabinets refinished, contact the folks at Aura et Labora Painting Company, LLC. Fort Scott native Josh Regan is ready to help with your project, so give them a call at 620-288-6617. Edward Jones has been advising customers in the world of finance for over 100 years. Financial advisor Jamie Armstrong continues that tradition in Fort Scott. Contact her by phone at 620-223-1866 or email Jamie at jamie.armstrong@edwardjones.com.
Ready to turn your nails into a work of art? Hi, I'm Delana Beatty, nail tech and artist. I specialize in custom nail art as unique as you are. From vibrant designs to delicate details, I will do my best to bring your vision to life and make sure every set of nails tells your personal story. Get the perfect combination of style, quality, and fun with Nails by Delin at Spoiled Brat Salon in Fort Scott, Kansas.
Liberty Savings has been in Fort Scott since 1919, helping community members with their banking needs for over 100 years. Mark, Dave, Jolene, Manda, and Tyler are ready to greet you with a smile and help with whatever you may need. Visit them at 24 South Judson or call 620-223-0300. If you're interested in helping us out at Duckbait Media, bringing more Tiger and Greyhound athletic events, become a sponsor today. Contact us at tonyabady@gmail.com, duckbaitmedia@gmail.com, or find us on Facebook at facebook.com/duckbaitmedia. We're here to bring you the best of the Tigers and Hounds on youtube.com/duckbaittv. Well, a tough result here tonight for the Fort Scott Lady Tigers as they lose to the Independence Lady Bulldogs 36-35, the final score here, and that could have huge ramifications for the Lady Tigers moving forward into the sub-state tournament next week. A win would have guaranteed them the 3 seed, and they would have stayed away from Liège. They would have stayed away from Hayden, the 2 private schools in 4A this year, and they would have played Independence again on Wednesday at the Tiger Dome. But a loss here could have them fall all the way to 6th based on tiebreakers, and that's a tough pill to swallow for sure. Fort Scott, their leading scorers in this one, as they had Claire McElroy with a season-high 13 tonight. They also had Lorelei Clark with 6. J.C. Rogers ended the night with 5. Abby Gorman had 3. Rayleigh Cowan had 2. Allie Brown had 3. Allison Wheeler had 2. Kylie Comstock had 1. And also Kinley Clemens, Zeta Summers, Cody Casper, and Riley Lorcher all played but did not score for the Lady Tigers in this one here tonight. Caitlin Spencer led all scorers with 19 for Independence. Brooklyn Maddox had 11. And Sarah Veely ended the night with 6. Also for Independence, Addison Morris, Mia Cope, Annabelle Compton, Morgan McLennan, and Roxy Wilson all played, but did not score in this game for the Lady Bulldogs. Let's see if we can find a score from the Labette County game tonight. If Labette County, now that Fort Scott has lost, if Labette County beats Coffeyville tonight, then Labette County will be the 3 seed for sure because they'll have a better record. Fort Scott falls to 16-4. If Labette County wins tonight, they will be 17-3 and jump Fort Scott. They don't have to worry about tiebreakers. Then you've got Miege. I don't know who they're playing. They would, if they win, they get to 16-4. Rock Creek, I don't know who they're playing, but if they win, they get to 16-4. So then you've got Fort Scott, Miege, and Rock Creek all at 16-4, and the tiebreaker is point differential. And if Miege and Rock Creek have a better point differential than Fort Scott, then they would, of course, jump the Lady Tigers. And I'm not finding anything on Twitter just yet. But again, that could be a huge issue for the Lady Tigers. And just a tough situation. Fort Scott lost by 1. So that's not going to affect their point differential very much. Rock Creek has already won, and their point differential won't, if this is accurate, they have won, and their point differential won't get to Fort Scott's. So they'll at least be 5th. But then we got to see what Bishop Miege does tonight in their game. And again, could the goal is to be in the top 4 so that you can host the semifinals and the finals of Sub-State. And Fort Scott, definitely tough. And if Miege wins their game, again, it looks like Rock Creek's record is now updated on the Acacia website, and they won tonight. Their point differential is still at 8.65. Fort Scott is 9.1, so they would not pass Fort Scott on that, so Fort Scott would be 5th, or could be 5th. That's the furthest they would fall is to 5th, I'll put it that way. And then you got Miege at 8.73. So this may work out for Fort Scott. But we'll have to see as things play out. And just a tough loss. I mean, there's no other way. There's no doubt about it. Just a tough loss to an Independence team who hasn't had a lot of good luck lately. And we'll see how it plays out. It may work out perfectly. But we may get into a situation, too, where Fort Scott has to travel to Altamont on Saturday. So we'll see how things go there, too. So we'll see if I'll keep an eye on things and see if we can get an update of that Labette game as we go along here, because that will determine a lot. If Labette loses, then everybody's tied at 16-4, and then we'll have to figure that out, too. But anyway, we got to get ready for the guys' game. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop the broadcast here and move on to the boys' game. We'll get that started here in just a few moments. So give us about 2 or 3 minutes, and then refresh the device you're watching us on, and we'll be up and running for the boys' game coming up here in just a little bit. This is Fort Scott Lady Tiger basketball on Duckbait TV.